Hello and welcome to the video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Phil and I'm a retired solo traveler. And I recently spent a month in Australia. There's a previous video to this one that shows you my time in Adelaide and Flinders Ranges. In this video, I go along the Great Ocean Road, which is a beautiful road along the southern coast of Australia, and take it all the way into Melbourne. I did see some interesting things on the way to the Great Ocean Road from Adelaide, so I put those on here first, and then I'll show you the Great Ocean Road, and then Melbourne. Hope you enjoyed the video. Good afternoon. Today I am in Robe. Yes, like bathrobe. There's supposed to be a really cool beach here. I moved on from the Adelaide area. I've gone south about 3 hours. I still don't have a phone, but that's a long story, and I've moved on. That is called the Robe Obelisk. It's not a lighthouse, it's just an obelisk. Don't know the whole story behind it, but it is pretty unique. Well, they won't let you get any closer than this. I guess they don't want you falling off a cliff or something. That is very cool. This is such a unique landscape. This is Robe Jetty. That's also a jetty. Jetty. Well, we call a pier, they call a jetty. I don't know what they call that. We call it a jetty. They have an awesome beach right here. Sunday afternoon, beautiful weather, and nobody's on the beach. I don't get that. These are the ruins of an old jail. Yes, that's how they spell jail in English colonies. There's the jailer's rooms. Didn't even know this was here. Well, this is a pretty incredible view. That rock right there is called Doorway Rock. Got 2 arches in it, and there's another arch in this rock over here. And then we got the obelisk right there. There's a cave right here. Well, a little cave. Water comes in here. More of an arch, I guess. That is Robe Lighthouse. A very unique looking lighthouse. In my humble opinion, if you're in southern Australia, go to Robe. Beautiful. It's about 3.5 hours from Adelaide. Definitely worth the trip. Take a day trip down here. Beautiful. This is Umferston Sinkhole. It's created by the collapse of a cave, and now it's got beautiful gardens in it. Wow, this is pretty amazing. The other cool thing is this is a very popular attraction, and I'm the only one here because it's 8:30 on Monday morning. I'm at Mount Gambier. Mount Gambier has a couple of cool crater lakes that I'm looking forward to seeing, and also has this lookout here, Hoo Hoo Lookout. Let's take a look. Hoo Hoo, that's beautiful. This is called Blue Lake for a reason. It's so blue. Made by a volcanic crater. And this is another crater lake called Valley Lake. Not as beautiful as the Blue Lake, but still not bad. This crater is called Leg of Mutton Crater. It used to have a lake in it, but the lake has dried up. So we only got 2 lakes now. This is Tower Hill Wildlife Reserve.
Beautiful, this one.
That's the first koala I've seen.
Yeah, it's very good size.
think those magpies make the coolest sounds. Just did the peak climb, which isn't as grandiose as it sounds. Probably about 1 kilometer, which is a little more than half a mile. But the views are amazing. You can see the ocean and a little lagoon here. I'd say Tower Hill Reserve is definitely worth doing. Get this nice views here. I got to see 5 koala bears, which is more than I thought I'd ever see. And I didn't see any other wildlife except for a couple birds, but I was hoping to see snakes or kangaroos or something, but I'll take what I get. 5 koalas is pretty amazing. This is definitely worth doing, especially if you're going to the Great Ocean Road. It's right before the start of the Great Ocean Road. I just spent 2 hours at Deep Blue Hot Springs, and it was wonderful. So relaxing. They have 18 different pools, all with different functions. Like one is for aromatherapy and one is like sensory and light therapy. It was really, really cool and it was so relaxing. It was kind of expensive. It was 46 Australian dollars plus $6 if you want to use a locker, which you're going to want to use a locker. So 52 Australian dollars. But I didn't think that was too terrible. You get 2 hours there. So it was, I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely do it again. Unfortunately, I didn't know if they allowed video cameras in there or not, so I did not bring my camera. I kind of wish I had because I saw other people with cameras, but what are you going to do? It's definitely worth it, though. Do it if you're in this area.
Good morning. Very excited today because I'm going to be seeing the Great Ocean Road. It's going to take 2 days to drive this. It's supposed to be a lot of amazing things to see along this road. So starting here at Childers Cove. Wow, this is amazing. It's even more amazing when you get down to the bottom here. This one was the least accessible, but it's definitely the coolest one. I just think this is amazing. I'm at Bay of Islands Coastal Park, and this is fantastical. I'm running out of adjectives to describe some of these places. This is just incredible. Got a cool arch in that rock down there. The erosion on these things is so cool. You can see where the high tide is and the low tide is. This is called Bay of Martyrs. Wasn't even on my list of things to see, but here we are. It's part of Bay of Islands Coastal Park. I'm telling you, the Great Ocean Road has not disappointed. This is called the Grotto. Wow, this is amazing. That is called London Bridge. Actually, there used to be another bridge there between the mainland and that rock. That was called London Bridge, and that collapsed. But we're still left with this beautiful arch right here. This is Loch Ard Gorge. Named after a ship that wrecked here in 1878, the Loch Ard. Probably the most famous site on the Great Ocean Road, 12 Apostles.
Can't see all 12 apostles from this vantage point, but here's a few of them. This is called Gibson Steps Beach. It's crowded as anything. I had to wait for a parking spot. Well, it is pretty spectacular. Huge cliffs the whole way. That's where we came down. And this over here is just amazing. I'm at Cape Otway Light Station. It's where that sign says Cape Otway, that map. This is the telegraph station. And this has the first underground cable in Australia, undersea cable. It went from Tasmania to here. This was built in 1859. There is the lighthouse. Unfortunately, we can't go in because they had an earthquake here in October. And the mercury from one of the instruments leaked down the stairs, so they have to clean it up. So they said it's going to be at least another month before they open it. This was built in 1848. Those solar panels right there actually power the lighthouse. This is actually a radar station from World War II. They could keep tabs on the enemy. There's the radar station. And there's the lighthouse. And right there are where the lighthouse keeper and his assistant used to have their accommodations. Now you can actually stay there. They rent them out. That is Carisbrook Waterfall. It was just off the Great Ocean Road. It's about 10 minutes to walk up here. Not bad, not a lot of water, but looks like it'd be fun to slide down. But that's probably not wise. Got California redwoods here. These were planted in 1936 and they're thriving here. They said they may one day be the tallest trees in the world because of the climate here. This is pretty awesome, actually. This is Hopetown Falls. Took a lot to get here. Windy 10-mile dirt road and then a whole bunch of steps to come down here. So I just spent an hour and a half driving through a forest on a dirt road trying to find Kalimna waterfall, and it took me to a dead end. So thank you, GPS. But fortunately I ran into this other waterfall called Erskine Falls, so at least I'll see something. There is Erskine Falls, or Erskine Falls, not sure which it is. Pretty cool, Erskine Falls. That is Split Point Lighthouse. I'm going to go to the top of it if I can. The views are spectacular. Heading up in the lighthouse. This lighthouse uses one LED bulb, which is about 2 inches long, to light this whole place. But she said the lens does most of the work. There's a big lens on top of it. It covers the whole top of the lighthouse. This Great Ocean Road, there is just so much to see. It is quite amazing. Unfortunately, this is my last stop on the Great Ocean Road. This is Point Addis Lookout. I was told this place had great views, and they were not lying. That is Red Rocks Beach down there. You can see some of the red rocks on the cliffs over on the right side. Good morning. Today I'm in Melbourne. I'm staying at this holiday park right here, Big 4 holiday park, with my camper van. And I'm going to take a tram into the city and do a bike tour of Melbourne. So that should be a lot of fun. The rugby and soccer stadium right there. That's where they play. Arena over there. That's where they hold the Australian Open, Rod Laver Arena for tennis. Some of the Australian Open takes place here too at Kia Arena. Good view of the skyline. This is Melbourne Cricket Grounds. Windy. This is where they play cricket and Australian rules football. Also, apparently, Taylor Swift had 3 nights of concerts here, 96,000 people. Bike tour was awesome. Highly recommended. Got to see a lot of the city that I normally wouldn't have seen. Especially I took a walking tour, you could see a lot more with a bike tour. Now I'm in a pub called Young and Jackson that my tour guide recommended. Having this pint of Victoria Bitter, or VB as they say here. That was all the time I spent in Melbourne. And while I found it to be a nice city, I was really more impressed with the Great Ocean Road. So many beautiful things along the way. If you're in Southern Australia, it's definitely a must-do.